been awesome getting to know you and getting to learn about your history and like the things you want to do in this world, you know, the things you want to accomplish. So just to give you a little breakdown, not only is she a mother to like many pets, which you will meet in just a moment, but this woman is makeup, music, singer, actress, activist. I mean, the list goes on. You're doing incredible work for not only the LGBT community, but for women, people of color, like even like entrepreneurs, all this stuff. So my biggest question for you today, if you're ready for it, is like, how do you really do it? Like, how, literally, like,
ooh, that's a good one. Okay, so maybe we chop.
Yeah,
and
let's
maybe
chop.
the
Yeah,
tears come, they come. You know.
Okay.
I think of like little me, young me, teenage me, back in Polk County. Just kind of like sitting in the room. I was homeschooled for 3 years, and it was the middle of nowhere. I'm from New York, born and raised in Queens, and I moved to Florida when I was 13. And I lived with my mother's parents, and you know, I just went through so much like hardship and adversity because I recently come out as gay at the time. I also knew I was trans, but the language was different. You know, we used transsexual, and then the information wasn't available. I didn't know how to, you know, start a transition, and so it was just easier to identify with like the sexual orientation part. So I came out and didn't go very well. You know, I'm the child of immigrants. My mother's Jamaican and Punjabi, like North Indian. My dad is Trinidadian and Gujarati. And so, you know, we have these like West Indian people, like from the Caribbean, from the islands, trying to figure out like LGBT things and like my family, they, you know, believe in honor killings. And so culturally, you know, if someone is a member of the LGBTQ community, then it is acceptable to take their life because they felt like to them they were an abomination to society, to humanity, and that they were basically like spoiling like the gene code and like, you know.
How old are you, by the way, when this is like being like?
So I grew
voiced?
up with this. I grew
wow.
I remember hearing this as a child, like our music, a lot of the pop music. They talk about there's certain words. I don't want to trigger people, but there's certain words that they use that are homophobic, and you know, they had songs talking about like setting people on fire, like you know, getting them in a car and like setting them on fire, stomping them out, like causing harm. And I remember growing up like listening to that, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I'm one of those people. And so when I came out, you know, when I was 12 years old, my stepdad had this conversation with me, and he was just like so perplexed, like, why are you like this? What is wrong with you? No one on your mother's side is like this. Is it from your father's side? Like they thought it was a genetic default. Like who gave you this gay gene? You know? And like it just, yeah. So I found myself like owning up to who I was. I came out in September 2001, right around 9/11, to my 8th grade teacher in an essay. She asked us what we did that summer, and I came out.